The Western Michigan defense had its best outing of the season last Saturday, holding UMass to just 218 yards of total offense. Meanwhile, the Broncos rushed for a season-high 268 yards. Quarterback Tyler Van Tubbergen threw 5 touchdown passes and ran for another score in a Western Michigan 52-14 homecoming victory. I'm Robin Hook. Coming up, head coach Bill Cubitt joins me for all the highlights on Bronco Review after this timeout.
Whoa, this is huge. With Max Checking, earn 3% APY with free ATMs. Anyone can join. Learn more at lmcu.org. The Max Rewards Card from Lake Michigan Credit Union. Save 3% on gas. Save 2% on groceries. Save 1% on everything else. Get more with Max. Apply today.
See this seat? My dad hates it. He hates this one too.
Didn't they say 30 minutes?
He says he's tired of taking a back seat. So now he goes to Little Caesars because it's ready whenever he walks in. And it takes less time to get to what he calls the best seat in the house.
Little Caesars large $5 hot and ready pizza or $8 3-meat treat. For dinner made easy, we wrote the book.
Pizza, pizza.
Real Yellow Pages, YP.com, and YP.com on your mobile. More ways to search, more ways to find. Only from AT&T.
State Farm, this is Jessica.
Hey, Jessica, it's Jerry Newman.
Jerry, how are you doing?
Fine, I just got a little fender bender. You know, it's funny, it only took 15 minutes to sign up with that new auto insurance company, but it's taken a lot longer to hear back.
Oh, Jerry, I'm so sorry.
I would love to help, but remember you dropped us last month.
I miss you, Jessica.
Jerry, are you crying?
No, I bit my tongue.
Please contact your local West Michigan State Farm agent today for more information.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
2nd down and 4 for the Broncos. Another swing pass, this time to the right to Fields. High step, one tackle to the 10, down to the 2, into the end zone. Touchdown, Brian Fields, and the Broncos are on the board.
Brian Fields scoring on one of 5 Tyler Van Tubbergen touchdown passes last Saturday as Western Michigan rolled to a 52-14 homecoming victory over the Minutemen from UMass in a Mid-American Conference game at Waldo Stadium with head coach Bill Cubitt. And coach, a great game plan for a young quarterback, and he really performed well.
He did. He's always prepared. I think he went in there, felt more comfortable. And they tried to do some things, trying to take away with Jamie and Josh Little, so it gave some other guys opportunities, including our backs, who I think ended up catching 10 balls.
Yeah, the game plan was to throw the short passes to the running backs out of the backfield, and they were really tight up on Jamie, so he made the passes that worked. Jamie caught 4 balls for 88 yards and another spectacular catch in the second half for a touchdown.
Yeah, and he had the other big catch. It was down on the sideline after that. The squib kick there that accidentally hit a guy right in the back there. So Jamie played well, but they gave me an opportunity to put some other guys get some work in too.
A lot of alums back for homecoming at Waldo Stadium, and you defer to the second half kickoff, and they punch out a couple of first downs, but you get them stopped and get the ball back.
Yeah, I thought our defense came out there and played fairly well. They did first play. This was a play that really hurt us the week before, so I thought we fixed that. And you know, the quarterback run game, didn't really expect them to run that much, so we just played that kind of by ear there. But then I think we got some really good plays in here, and there's a good play by Terry Eastman coming up there and driving on the drive route for him.
Knocked the ball loose, and they have to punt, and Western Michigan has the football for the first time in the game, and Tyler Van Tubbergen goes to work, and the Broncos punch out a couple of first downs.
Yeah, we came out there. I thought the script of the plays was pretty good. We executed really well, and unfortunately we get bogged down on a sack fumble. But here's Antoine Scriven. Well, I'm really happy the way he played between him and the other 2 backs. And here's the sack, waiting for a screen, and great play by Darian Chance. He's the guy that was supposed to be on the screenplay, and he fought back and got that ball, and this is a big momentum changer right here.
Look at that ball, a rocket ship. He turns it over. He's punting from halfway into the end zone and kicks it all the way down to their 10.
Yeah, and he's got that ability. He's feeling more comfortable. I think he's punting a whole lot better. Although Bobby did a great job of getting him ready here. It's Coach Earhart in the punting game. And then here we are. We're playing pretty well in defense. I like the way our kids approach the game, and I like the way they approach it, especially the second half.
And you had some young guys out there. We saw Michael Butler in the background on that play, true freshman.
Yeah, we had to pull a couple of red shirts because of injuries to Johnny Henry. Johnny was such an important guy for us because he also does a lot of special teams. And here's a little draw to Darian Chance, who continues to play really well for us. And a lot of play action, naked and boots, and just throwing the ball out there and just letting these guys run. Let them try to take away the other guys and let some of our other guys play.
Antoine Scriven with 6 catches. Here you go to Fields. He gets a great block from Antoine Scriven and takes it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, there was a little crack screen in there, and the key block really has to be Antoine, and he did a great job going out there and taking care of the perimeter. And so we're up 7-0, and this is kind of an avalanche, but it really goes back to that punt by Jay Schroeder.
It really changed the game, and now back to work. The Minutemen in action here with Broadnax, their return man. Good kick coverage there by the Broncos, and now they run a little gadget play here. And this is Michael Cox, who transferred from Michigan, playing running back for UMass.
Yeah, but that seems to be cropping up a lot in this league. Guys are graduating early, and they had 3 of them, and most teams are going to have a couple at least.
Here you get to the quarterback, and did a great job there. Freddie Bishop, Trevante Bowles, Corey Sewing, they're all in there applying the pressure.
Yep, and this is a team that moved the ball pretty well against Ohio, so we're really scared going into this game about what kind of offensive they were running, and the quarterback play was outstanding in the game before. There's another little screen pass, and get Darian Chance out behind a couple guys. He catches up to his lineman pretty quick, Tony.
Johnny Dale leading the way there, big number 71, and a big play for the Broncos. And now here goes Tyler on a scramble, and he can do this pretty well.
Yeah, he can. He's a 4'6" guy that does a lot of good things well. And the more he's playing, the better he's going to be. And he's getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker. You're talking about a guy that's only played really 2 games up until this game here in 4 years. So it takes a little time.
So you're up 7-0. This is early in the second quarter. That touchdown came off the board. So come back and run another play, and Justin Collins with his first touchdown as a Bronco.
Yeah, and that was nice to see because we got to get some of these guys, Justin and Darian and Courtney, as soon as he gets back from injury. Those guys are going to have to really start playing for us because we're losing a lot of these guys to injuries, and they're going to have to come on if we want to continue doing what we're doing.
So you go up 14-0, and then this kickoff bounces off one of their up men in the return game, and you recover the football.
Yep, Jarrell McKinney, we were supposed to squib kick that and then hit a guy in the back, and Jarrell McKinney. So, the first play we just come back and we wanted to just launch one, and great play by Jamie again. And nice throw. It was exactly where we needed to throw and come back out there. I think this was a 3rd and 1, and Matt Cutler gets in the act and he gets a touchdown catch.
Yeah, unfortunately later on he was injured in the game, but big touchdown there for Matt, and point after by Holloman is good, and you're up 21-0.
Yep, and executing. That's what I really like about what we're doing. And fortunately, we have 1 turnover, and it came back and hurt us because the defense got put in a bad position. They went down there and scored. But for the most part, I thought we were executing pretty well. And this is the one area we got to get a little bit better at in the kickoff coverage part.
Here's a great tackle for loss by Trevante Bowles, who's really had a fine season for you at the nose guard.
He really has. Those kids, those 3 guys up front have really been playing well for us. I think Freddie's having an outstanding year so far. It's a great play against Trevante there. And, Freddie's doing a good job. Woody, we get back Chris Prom, get him back full recovery. And, we got some guys who can go up there and really help us out with Cleveland Smith also and Jonathan Harden.
Here's Jamie Wilson on a punt return. You have the football back, and little double reverse action. It looked like Josh Schaefer might take this one into the end zone, but he just gets tripped up at the 2.
Yep, at this point here, I think he thinks he has it. And, you never know until you get past that goal line there. But it's something we hadn't shown, and got it to a point there. And now we just go out there and run that stack guy and just kind of pound it in there. It's always nice to know you can run that thing in from 1 or 2 yards in.
Antoine Scriven from 2 yards out for the touchdown, and Western Michigan now starting to run away with us, 28-0.
Yeah, and feeling really good. And you know, what we want to do is just really make sure we go into halftime with a good feeling about ourselves. And you know, unfortunately, we bogged down a little bit on offense and throw an intercept off the tip ball, and then they go down and score. But you know, that put us on another good position because we were down there and we had a goal line stand there for a while, or had a chance to have a goal line stand. We didn't get it done.
Cleveland Smith in there at defensive end, getting a little push on the quarterback, made him get rid of it, and then you get another stop there as Trevante and Freddie on another tackle for loss to bring Michael Cox down in the backfield, and now another sack by Bishop and Lark, and wow, they just put a lot of pressure on him all day long.
They did. Our kids played really physical, and this is the one play that, you just got to make the play, and we don't do that. Put our defense in a tough spot there. If we just cut out those plays right there, I think we got a chance to be really good on offense here. And this is a great play by Justin Curry. You could see him coming in from the free safety spot, making a short gain, and then they got a third down there and they complete a pass. And but again, it gives you an opportunity right there. I think it's on the 1 yard line when the guy went out, and it gives us a chance to go out there. And this was a third down play, and we still gave great effort. Unfortunately, we should have stayed a little bit high on that tackle. But it's 28-7 at halftime. And at this point, we just want to make sure we go in there and let's keep it clean for the second half.
And they did just that. The Broncos start with the football in the third quarter. We'll have those highlights when we return in a moment on Bronco Review.
Going somewhere?
No, but our mortgages are. They love to travel.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Once we sell them, you never know where they'll end up. Some even go international.
At ECCU, all our mortgages are serviced locally. So if you ever have a question, we'll be here to help you for as long as you have your loan. And because we are a not-for-profit credit union, we offer great low rates. So call, come in, or visit our website today. We're not going anywhere.
Does State Farm let me bundle auto, home, and life to save money?
Sure. We practically invented bundling, and it all stays with State Farm.
So my policies don't go to some bundling center that ships them off to some bundle factory? I'm dealing with you, and not some bungling, bustling bundle builders.
Who have you been working with?
Stay with the company you trust.
Please contact your West Michigan State Farm agent for more information.
Maple Hill Auto Group is the only place to go when you need service on your vehicle. Service you can trust. Factory-trained technicians, professional, knowledgeable support staff, years of experience. Service for everyone. Maple Hill Auto Group now has the parts, tools, employees, and the know-how to work on any vehicle. Service that saves you money. Proud to be the home of the free service. Now get a free alignment check or free brake inspection. Call or schedule your appointment today. Maple Hill Auto Group, where we always treat you like family. West Main at 131 Kalamazoo.
Broncos host Northern Illinois on Hall of Fame Day, October 27th. Kickoff is at noon. Be there to experience the power of gold.
Well, the Broncos up 28-7 to start the second half. And, Coach, you guys get the football and you go right down and score. You had some nice drives in the second half, some sustained drives using 4, 5, 6 minutes, even a 7-minute drive in the second half.
Yeah, that's really unusual for us, but it was good to see. When you have that many drives, that long, sometimes what happens is you get penalties, you got false starts. You're not getting as much lost yards plays. But our kids really executed that plan pretty well.
All right, let's go back to Waldo Stadium. Homecoming Saturday, and Western Michigan starts with the football in the second half. And I'll tell you what, just really mixing it up nicely with the run and the pass. There's a good return by Brian Fields, who's done a solid job back there for you on special teams.
Yeah, we were one block away on that one there. Unfortunately, we didn't get the guy missed his assignment there. But here you get to, we're just mixing it up, just throwing it around there, getting some really good matchups. I thought our backs ran really well again, and here we come down there and good job by Antoine Scriven and faking that he's going to block that guy, slips right back out. And a good play by Tyler.
Wide open for the touchdown, and the Broncos add to their lead at Waldo Stadium as you go up 35-7 on that touchdown pass to Antoine, who had 6 catches in the game for over 50 yards. And here you go back to work. Freddie Bishop with another sack.
Yep, Freddie. Like I said, Freddie's really playing at an all-league level here. I think. And here's Jamie on a punt return. He's one of the better punt return guys in the conference there. And you can just see on the perimeter, we're blocking well. The backs are really reading it well, too. We've had as good a vision as we've had in quite a while. And then we just gave the same set to act like we're going to run the same play. And this isn't a bad catch.
One-handed grab by Jamie Wilson, his 6th touchdown reception of the season. And that was pretty good coverage. A great throw on the fade, and he went up and ripped it with one hand.
Yeah, it really was. It was good, really good coverage there. And the guy kind of had his one hand there a little, and he just comes back out. And the way he corrals the ball with the right hand and switches over to the left hand, he's got great hands and great awareness of what's going on.
All right, so the Broncos really in control now, 42-7 after that 18-yard touchdown toss from Tyler to Jamie, and more pressure on the quarterback. A little quarterback hurry. He has to get rid of it, and they punt it away.
Yep, and this one here, we don't field it, but it gets down to 1, and like we talked to the team, it gives us an opportunity to go out there and have a great drive. A 99-yard drive is, very rare. First one, you don't have that many chances, and second of all, you very rarely will convert that stuff there. Great job by Tyler, and really Josh Schaefer sitting in the hole. He's starting to get a good feel about what's going on.
You used one half of the third quarter on this drive, 7 minutes and 36 seconds. You drive from your own 1 for a touchdown.
Yep, and it's, again, some really nice things here. Here's a third down play, and, a lot of things we haven't used. Always save plays for the second half. I think that's been good. We're trying to get Flynn a touchdown right here, and Tyler has enough savvy to just go in there and just go get the run for the touchdown.
And the point after by Haldeman is good, and now it's 49-7 Western Michigan on top. You still have a whole quarter of football left.
Yeah, and the great thing about this is we can play a lot of young kids. We got some guys on some special teams running down there that. Sometimes haven't gone. We took some guys off. Defensively, Aites and Butler, those guys got a chance. Hardin got a lot more plays. We got a chance to put in Chris Prom, who's been hurt. Devin Brandt got in there, got a lot of time. So that was really good. You could see a lot of young kids at this point playing football here.
Yeah, Devin Brandt ended up leading you in tackles with 11. Several of those were on special teams.
Yep, and he's a guy that really has a lot of talent. We just got to get him a little bit more discipline. And here we got. Zach winning in the game, and we got the second offensive line, who I thought played pretty well considering, at the time of the game and, what they needed to do. And then Zach wins. This was his first action going in there. He really doesn't get many plays even in practice. But another good run here by Antoine Scriven. A great block by Clark Mussman on the perimeter there.
You had Jimmy Kristoff in there, played a lot of snaps for you in this football game. In fact, he started at guard.
Yeah, he did, and he did a good job there. And then it gave us an opportunity to kick a field goal. So it gave Andrew a chance, because we're going to need him down the line. That did a key spot of the game, and so it gave him a chance. And you can see a lot of young kids, again, running down here on special team. Johnny's still in there, but we got him off. And then it's all young guys in here, which I think is good. Great tackle there again by Devin Brandt.
They change quarterbacks. They go with Doyle in place of Wegson, and the Broncos get to him and pressure him. They are able to put up another touchdown, but not on this drive because Ronald Zamort goes up and rips the ball away.
Yeah, and this was good to see. He finally got in. He always had some issues, with discipline and doing with the little things. And, graded out. He was 13 and had 13-plus plays. So I think that was really good. And, here's Calvin Hill. Who went on the sidelines after Drake got hurt and put him in there, and he did a nice job. Ball security, that's what you want to see when at the end of the game.
Pretty good punt return, and Kyle Lark with the tackle. This game's all decided, but you're getting some young guys some snaps, which is great.
Yeah, it's invaluable, and when you got to count on some guys there down the line in case somebody gets hurt, and they unfortunately go and score, but. You'll trade it off for getting the kids a lot of work.
And so Western Michigan sends the alums home happy. The Broncos winning 52-7 14. One last kick return here, and this one's in the books. And Tyler Van Tubergen had a great game. 23 of 28 for 283 yards, 5 touchdowns. He ran for a score.
Yep, and you know, and even he missed a couple that he wished he had back there. So, you know, you can see how much the kids respect him. They pushed him out there. He's not a very vocal guy at times, you know, when he goes in there, but the kids love him, and he's doing a great job for us.
That's an honor to direct the band in the fight song after a victory. We'll be back with more Bronco Review after this timeout.
Going somewhere?
No, but our mortgages are. They love to travel.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Once we sell them, you never know where they'll end up. Some even go international.
At ECCU, all our mortgages are serviced locally. So if you ever have a question, we'll be here to help you for as long as you have your loan. And because we are a not-for-profit credit union, we offer great low rates. So call, come in, or visit our website today. We're not going anywhere.
Woo! Fish! Woo! $5 pizza! Woo!
Woo! Woo! Dachshund!
Woo!
Woo!
Woo! Woo!
Get a hot and ready pepperoni pizza for $5 or a 3-meat treat for $8 at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
State Farm, this is Jessica.
Hey, Jessica, it's Jerry Newman.
Jerry, how are you doing?
Fine, I just got a little fender bender. You know, it's funny, it only took 15 minutes to sign up with that new auto insurance company, but it's taken a lot longer to hear back.
Oh, Jerry, I'm so sorry.
I would love to help, but remember you dropped us last month.
I miss you, Jessica.
Jerry, are you crying?
No, I bit my tongue.
Please contact your local West Michigan State Farm agent today for more information.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Real Yellow Pages, YP.com, and YP.com on your mobile. More ways to search, more ways to find. Only from AT&T.
Western Michigan Athletic Director Kathy Beauregard was honored last week by the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame. Matt Kanan was there and has our Bronco Review feature of the week.
We're here with Kathy Beauregard on a big day for Ms. Beauregard as she is receiving the Gerald R. Ford Award from the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame. Kathy, simply, what does this day mean to you?
It's an extremely special day, and I certainly am accepting this totally on behalf of our great university, all of the staff, student athletes, coaches, and everybody that we have an opportunity to interact with every day to enlighten those on this great university, our incredible athletic program, our student athletes, and it's a really emotional honor to be accepting this.
Now, I know that some of your former gymnasts are going to be here. What's going to be some of those conversations?
Well, actually, one of them called me this week to remind me that she just turned 50. So that conversation was like, how about if we not bring that one back up? But she reminded me I was quite young when I coached her, so that made me feel a little better. But it's seeing the former student athletes, whether they're your own or some others that have been here today, is really why you do what you do. I mean, there's so many chances for us to recruit, meet with them while they're recruits. When I was coaching, be involved in their everyday lives. Same thing with the student athletes today, providing them an environment to be successful, supporting them through that academically, and then also being able to watch them go through graduation. And that's why we do what we do. And that's why this also means so much.
Definitely, Kathy, and on behalf of everybody from Western Michigan Athletics, congratulations. A great day for Bronco Athletics. And as Kathy says, it's always a great day to be a Bronco. For Bronco Review, I'm Matt Kanan.
We are one, and we continue to strive for all the incredible things this community, this university, the leadership of John Dunn right now, the Board of Trustees. There is nowhere more exciting than I would rather be than knowing we're continue to move this program forward, providing more opportunities for other great student athletes to become incredible members of our society as they move forward and always come back, because it's always a great day to be a Bronco. So thank you very much.
The more we work together, the more we can do. That's the idea behind ECCU's Member Rewards program, a way to earn perks you can use, like $250 back on a mortgage, a 0.25% bonus on a CD, or lower your vehicle loan rate by 0.25%. These are just a few of the rewards you'll enjoy. The more you use ECCU, the more you'll be rewarded. Find out more at ECCU1.org. ECCU, Financial Partners for Life.
How do you know you're buying the right used vehicle? Easy. Just shop Maple Hill Auto Group, where every vehicle undergoes a 120-point inspection by certified mechanics. Other dealers may take in any car. At Maple Hill, over 500 vehicles were rejected last year alone. Plus, you'll get a free Carfax report and a 3-year, 100,000-mile warranty at no charge. Don't shop for a good deal on a bad car. Get a great deal on a great used car at Maple Hill Auto Group, West Main at US 131. Driven by trust and integrity.
Does State Farm let me bundle auto, home, and life to save money?
Sure. We practically invented bundling, and it all stays with State Farm.
So my policies don't go to some bundling center that ships them off to some bundle factory? I'm dealing with you and not some bungling, bustling bundle builders.
Who have you been working with?
Stay with the company you trust.
Please contact your West Michigan State Farm agent for more information.
Broncos host Northern Illinois on Hall of Fame Day, October 27th. Kickoff is at noon. Be there to experience the power of gold.
Well, after 3 straight games at home, the Broncos go on the road now for their next 2, starting with a game in Muncie, Indiana this Saturday against the Ball State Cardinals, a team that can really play offense. They run at a high pace. Coach Cuban and Coach, they ran 100 plays last week, 70 pass plays.
Yep, 71 pass plays. I think he threw for over 400 yards. And he's got in a fast pace and just dropping back and just throwing it and trying to wear some teams down there. And they've done a pretty good job of beat South Florida and beat Indiana. Yeah, their quarterback is Keith Wenning. I remember when he played as a freshman, he threw a pick 6 against Western Michigan. He had a big win down there. And he's a really, really improved. Big guy, strong arm. Yeah, he is. He's an outstanding quarterback in this league, which there's a lot of quarterbacks in this league is pretty good. And he's got some receivers that are running around doing a very good job for him. And they ran the ball a little bit more earlier, but they seem to go more with the pass. And so they got a lot of talent running around.
Over on defense, Travis Freeman, one of the top tacklers in the MAC at a linebacker spot.
Yep, he's been there for a while. It seems like he's been there since I started coaching, and they're playing pretty well back there. They held Northern Illinois to almost 23 points, and then they scored a couple late. And it took South Florida and held those guys down there, and of course beat Indiana.
Yeah, those wins over BCS opponents, South Florida and Indiana, are impressive. They get in the conference and they lose a tight one to Kent State, and then last week had Northern Illinois on the ropes.
Yep, they really, you can make a case for them being 3-0 for what they've done there so far. But that's just league. That's the MAC West, and it's a tough game every time you go out there and play in the MAC West. And so we got to work cut out for us because they're desperate for a win, but so are we.
Broncos and the Ball State Cardinals this Saturday, and I'll tell you, this West Division is wide open. Toledo's unbeaten, 3-0. Northern Illinois is right there. A lot of improving teams. The Broncos are right in the hunt.
We are. As I told the kids, it's a marathon here. We just got to take one game at a time. We got to make sure we take care of business on Saturday, but it's going to be a tough task. I mean, they're one of the top offensive teams in the league right now, and one of the top throwing teams. So we got a lot of work to do, and we got to make sure we go out there and with a proper attitude.
Good luck in Muncie.
Thank you.
And we'll be back next week, same time, for our next Bronco review with highlights of the Western Michigan Ball State game. For Coach Cubitt, I'm Robin Hook. Thanks for watching. So long, everybody.